Tell me, Rob, how is it that you ended up in southeast London?
Oh, okay. Well, 1996 was the year. I'm from Essex. I'm an Essex man. I come from southeast Essex, this kind of odd place called Grays, which is near the port of Tilbury in Essex. I got kicked out by my mum from my home when I was about 16, 17 years old. Probably rightfully so. I lived in some rough old places. I mean, honestly, we re-established our relationship later, obviously, but I was a horrible little boy. My dad snuffed it. He died when I was about 6 years old, and I kicked off and did all sorts of bad things, Yeah, so she kicked me out. I'm thinking about it now, actually. I lived in some proper rough house, really, really horrible dives. It gets bad when you can remember, oh God, I've not said this guy's name for years, when you can remember your old landlord. And he owned quite a few properties in Essex, and he was just like the worst landlord in the world. The only time he'd come to the property to collect his rent in cash, he would only accept cash. And of course, I had nowhere else to go. And I can't imagine HMRC sort of, saw much from dear Morris in terms of taxation. I imagine it all went into his back pocket, And in the end, I managed to get my name down on the council housing list, which took a while because obviously I was male and employed, which means I'm pretty much bottom of the list. But 3 or 4 years later, I got a council flat, and I lived in a council flat in Essex for a few years. I thought, what shall I do now? I know, I think I'll move to London. I literally thought, I'll try that, and how will I do it? And I'm not sure, I think you can still do this to this day. You can swap boroughs. You can go to your local authority, which was Thurrock at the time, and you've got a book of people that want to move out of boroughs into your borough. It's a bit of a, I'll show you mine if I show you your, it's so and so. So I saw a few flats that I thought, I saw a few down in Catford, they're all right, but I thought, no, and if you refuse 3 times, then that's it, you're off the list. And the third flat I saw was a flat very locally to here, on a road called Tresillian Road, and I agreed to swap. And immediately bought it under the right to buy scheme, which I think still exists, but nowhere near the big discounts that they used to be. Never a fan of Margaret Thatcher. The only thing she gave me was the right to buy my own council property, so I bought it for literally half the going rate because I'd been a council tenant for so long, and then sold it a few years later and moved into a house where I currently live. So, yeah, I think I've been in Brockley for, 23 years, I think.
So tell us about the next song on the list and how that connects to the Jesus and Mary chain.
Well, My Woman from Tokyo, Jesus and Mary chain, their song, Just Like Honey, was one of many brilliant songs played in a part of the soundtrack of a film by Francis Ford Coppola's daughter, Sophia Coppola, a film called Lost in Translation, with Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson. And it was set in Tokyo. The film was set in Tokyo, and you had these beautiful, brilliant tracking shots of Tokyo. There's one where Scarlett Johansson is on a train, and it's a tracking shot, and they are playing, underscoring that is Just Like Honey. So the connection is My Woman from Tokyo. It's simply the city of Tokyo.